Marion has an Ingles right next to a Walmart. It has a food city, and they have a lot of good stuff in there for hikers. There's a barbecue place downtown, and the name escapes me right now. For some reason I want to say Wolf's, but I could be totally wrong on that. That place was absolutely phenomenal. They serve some of the best beef brisket I've ever had, and collard greens, and cornbread, and ribs, and burgers. But the beef brisket is highly recommended. You gotta see this. This is awesome. Hey everybody, Highlander58 in the AT, just checking in. We just stopped and paid a nice visit to the Linda Mood School. It's a single room schoolhouse built back in the late 1800s. Definitely stop in there because they have lots of trail magic. They have supplies, dog food, sodas, water, candy, cookies, you name it, they got it. Q-tips, toothpaste, aspirins, allergy medicine, you name it, they got it. There's also a museum right next door. They were closed right now. It's Sunday, they open later. Now we're walking through a beautiful meadow in the Virginia countryside. We'll be in Atkins in about less than an hour. We may or may not check out the barn because we just had a bunch of food in the schoolhouse. We had some sodas, a couple of Mountain Dews, some chips, and some cookies. We're going to continue on the trail, and eventually we're going to get to Quarterway Hostel. Well, good morning everybody. This is Highlander58 on the AT with Riser. We're just now leaving the Quarterway Hostel. It is Monday, April 25th. It's about 9:30. And I have some important updates for you. First, Nomad. Nomad's going to stay behind a couple of days at the hostel. We met him there. He had a bad reaction to some medication, and he needs to rest, so he'll catch up with us somewhere down the trail. We're gonna have contact with him, and he's gonna let us know when he's ready to travel, and then we're gonna pick a waypoint to meet him at. That's the plan. If it changes, I'll let you know. This hostel is relatively new. It's off of Virginia 610. So if you're northbound, you want to come down to the highway. It's actually a county road. Of course, northbound, you're going to turn left. Southbound, right. 0.8 of a mile, you'll see the biggest sycamore tree I've ever seen in my life. It's got to be 18, 20 feet around at the base in circumference. And a big white house. The original house was built back in the late 1700s. It's been remodeled, rebuilt, and added on to since. And now Tina, a trail named Chunky, and her fiance are renovating this big farmhouse into a hostel. Now, while it's being renovated, it is still fully operational. It's very nice, very a home-like feeling. They offer meals for a price, a dinner for a price. As I stated earlier, there's a slack pack option, and the $28 for the night includes a bunk, shower, laundry, and breakfast of cereal and coffee. So it's a great place to go. Very well done. Lots of room. 17 acres. They're going solar power eventually, organic gardening, chickens, the whole 9 yards. So I recommend staying there. It's a good place. Roger and I had a great time. And now we're back on the trail. Walking 8/10 of a mile, slightly uphill to get to the trailhead. And we'll do about 16 to 18 today, because now we're carrying a full pack instead of a slack pack. Hello everybody, Highlander58 on the AT. Got some great news. Nomad's back on the trail with us. We picked him up about an hour ago. He's doing much better, walking faster, less pain, still on some meds, but he's going to be okay. Glad to have him back. I want to backtrack. Yesterday we left the Quarterway shelter and we hiked up to Chestnut Knob shelter. It's that stone shelter on the top of a bald up there. It's apparently it used to be a ranger hut. We didn't want to stay there, so we hiked down into Walker Gap, I believe it was, and spent the night there. Nice camp spot. There's a box pipe stream about 50 yards from the camp spot. It's down a little hollow when you come off the mountain. Sorry, I had a bug zooming around me. Bugs are out now. It's hot today. It's about 1 o'clock, and we are heading toward Laurel Creek camp spot. Gonna evaluate the day. That's a 16-mile day. And it'll be a little early, but we'll see. It's much warmer. Humidity is definitely in the air. Saw a few more deer. I don't know if I commented on slack packing, but here's my take on it. Did 21.5 miles slack packing. Didn't really increase our time, our speed. You know, we still averaged a little over 2.4 miles an hour, I guess. So the only thing I could say about slack packing for me, I wasn't as tired as I normally am with a 33-pound pack, so full of food. So that was an experience. Don't know if I'll do it again, but I wanted to you know, experience everything on the AT, and that's part of it. So some people don't care for it. Wasn't bad at all. But make sure you bring a headlamp, a lighter, and plenty of water in case you get stuck. I also carried my fleece too, so it was all good. Hey everyone, it's Highlander58 on the AT. I'm sitting in a gazebo at the Big Walker Motel in Bland, Virginia. We did 20 miles today. We decided to go ahead and do the 20. We were only going to do about 16, but we just pushed on. The weather was good. The hike was awesome. The terrain was good. We came out of Walker Gap. There's quite a bit of uphill, some ups and downs, and then it got better. We decided to go ahead and finish out the day, ending up in Bland. We were going to resupply, and then found out they had a pretty good deal here in their room, just like $49, split 3 ways. got a rollaway and 2 twin beds, or double beds. And we picked up some beer and some soda and some snacks. I ordered a few pizzas. Nomad did fine today. His foot is still bothering him, but he did okay. He was right behind me, and he earned this. We've all earned it. We're going to be we're at mile 590, so we're going to be hitting our 600 miles tomorrow. We're only going to do about 14 miles. I don't think I could do another 20 right now. So everyone's doing fine. We're just exhausted. We're beat. It's a tiny little town, but it's hiker friendly. They've got Subway, Dairy Queen, you know, Kangaroo gas, pizza, and the only hotel is a Big Walker, and they are hiker friendly. It's quiet here. It's peaceful. Right off of Interstate 77 in beautiful Virginia. We're kind of in a valley. I am totally exhausted. I'm totally beat. I'm going to call it a night. We did a lot of miles this week. And, you know, we're not racing. It's just, we're walking. It's just what we do. My pace is my pace. And I astonish myself and amaze myself daily that I'm hiking this fast, but it's just what I do. Right now, I'm going to go have some pizza and have a beer and get a shower and get out of these stinky clothes, and I'm going to relax. We're leaving back out at 9 o'clock after get something to eat. We'll pick it back up in the morning. I'm going to go relax now. Take care. Good night. Hello, everybody. Highlander58 on the AT with Riser right in front of me and Nomad right behind me. It's Wednesday, April 27th. It's 9 o'clock. We just left Bland. Got a shuttle ride down from Bubba Shuttles. And we'll be hitting the trailhead here in about 2 minutes. It's about a mile or a mile and a half road walk you got to do when you come out of Bland to get back on the trailhead northbound. So we're going to try to hit 16 miles today and take it a little more easy. Had a good night's rest, and we may try to make Trent's grocery by the end of the day or first thing in the morning to resupply and get some of that great hiker food everybody talks about Trent has, so cheeseburgers and whatnot. So we'll get back with you later. We checked the weather this morning, and supposed to have rain for the next couple of days. And looking around, you can see it's already rained here. It's very wet. Humidity is low right now, so it's comfortable. But it's obvious that spring has sprung in Virginia. I have to tell you, this morning after we got dropped off and we walked about, I don't know, maybe a mile on this paved road, Virginia 62, we came up on this sign. And I have never in my life seen a sign like this, and I will never forget it as long as I live. Check this out. So in about 6.5 miles, we'll be hitting our 600 miles on the AT today. I'm very excited about that. And I wanted to mention something about my knee braces. You know, I've been wearing them every day since day one, and they've been doing real well, and the ankle braces. But I was concerned, and this is just my opinion, that I don't have a knee problem or ankle problem. These were mainly for a preventative and a maintenance kind of a thing. But I wanted to make sure that my ligaments and tendons and the muscles in my ankles and my knees didn't become sort of like, I guess the word is dependent upon the braces all the time. So again, this is a personal choice. I look at the terrain every day. Today is not bad. Yesterday was pretty good. I wore them yesterday, but I started the day off without them. Got the ankles, but not the knees. So I'm gonna try this for a while. And of course, if I have a real steep down, they're gonna be on. They're right top of my pack, so I can slip them over my shoes. But on these flat grades and uphills, most of the pressure is on, you know, your leg muscles and your ankles. So downhills, it's on your toes and your knees. So I'm gonna try this, see how it works out. Right now, it feels funny not to have them on. I'm used to them, they're a little tight, so it feels a little different, but we're gonna see how it works out. I'll let you know. It's starting to get humid now. It's definitely rained up here. There's a little bit of mud, but it's not bad. I believe that was the longest footbridge on the Appalachian Trail. Not sure, but I think it was. Hey everybody, Highlander58 on the AT. We're hiking down to Trent's Grocery. It's a long day. Started at 9, we'll end up about 5. So anyway, great day, good hike. Nomad's right behind me, doing well. I don't know where Riser is. He's somewhere, so. But probably at Trent's. Good morning everyone, Highlander58 on the AT. It's Thursday, April 28th. We made it into Trent's Grocery about 4:30 yesterday evening. And one of those iconic landmarks on the trail, right off the trail, half a mile. Stopped in there and I had a double cheeseburger, a regular cheeseburger, fries, a milkshake, a root beer, and a coffee. And I was satisfied. It wasn't full, I was satisfied. We decided to tent there, 3 of us, a Nomad, Riser, and myself, and another hiker named Pika. She's a young lady from Winston-Salem. She's been kind of leapfrogging with us a little bit. Nice gal. So we chatted inside for a while. We kind of closed the place down and we went and set our tents up out back. It's $6 to tent, and that includes a shower and laundry, but there may or may not be towels, so bring a camp towel. In the morning, well, it rained last night, good part of the night off and on, and this morning about 6:30 when I caught a break in the rain, I jumped out and packed everything up. We all went back into Trent's. They opened at 7, and I had their breakfast. It was okay. It was 2 eggs, toast, hash browns, and sausage for I think $3.99, and coffee. They do have a resupply. It's not the best, but they do have some resupply there. Good food, very hiker friendly, obviously, and I actually got to talk to Trent, Mr. Trent himself. Now right now we're at the Wapiti shelter, and if you know anything about trail war and history, the Wapiti shelter is where 2 hikers were murdered. The individual who killed them befriended them and turned on them, shot them both and killed them. He was caught with some of the belongings of the individuals some time later, and he was convicted. He made a deal and served only 15 years. Now we talked to a man, an older fellow down in Trent's, who is very familiar with the story. He knows the gentleman who wrote the book, Murder on the Appalachian Trail. And I don't know all the facts, I haven't read the book, but basically Virginia law back then was a little different, and the fellow who killed the 2 hikers did a plea. His sentence was reduced to 15 years. So he got out, and eventually he returned to the shelter, and there was 2 local young men fishing, and this individual stole their truck, and in the process of stealing their truck, shot them both in the face. One in the neck and one right underneath, I think, the nose. They both survived. They managed to get out of there, and the suspect stole their truck. And somewhere over toward Myrtle Beach, he was involved in a high-speed chase with law enforcement. He crashed, and subsequently he perished of his wounds, his injuries. So that's the story in a nutshell. Apparently they moved the shelter to its present location. I don't even know if that is the original shelter, or they destroyed the original, or just dismantled it and carried it back up here. But there's quite a bit of lore, and you know, some people don't want to stay here, camp here, saying it's haunted and so forth. So it's legendary on the trail. We're not going to stay here. We are going to take a break here for about an hour because we got a very big climb before we head into Hole Hostel. We are going to try to stay there tonight and enjoy some of the hospitality. We may or may not have dinner there, but in any case, I think we'll camp, at least camp. So we had a great day. It's about 11:50 right now, almost 12. We're gonna have like a lunch, wait for Nomad, he's coming up. And we got a big climb ahead of us, a few hours before we get into Hole, so we're gonna have to kind of hustle to get there before dark. With that, I'm gonna go take a break. I'm gonna have something to eat and something to drink, and I'll be checking back in when we get to Hole. Hey everybody, this is Highlander58 on the AT. It's about 5 o'clock on Thursday, and we have arrived at the Hole Hostel. The bunkhouse was full. I didn't want to go back up a half mile and camp, so I got a private room. They have 2 private rooms and 1 shared room. And this thing is awesome. It was 55 bucks. I didn't want to pay that much, but I am exhausted. I need to sleep. I haven't slept by myself in a single room since the day I left Amicalola Lodge back in Georgia. So this is going to be nice. I'm going to go outside and film the grounds. There's a lot of people here I know. Spielberg is here. He caught me coming up, so we'll talk to him later, but I want to show you this place. Dinner is $12. It's all organic, natural. Everything is grown right here. They have a breakfast they serve in the morning. We're not going to get that. Well, I'm not going to get that. I'm going to just have the coffee. About 18 miles today, and I'm a little bit sunburned, as you can see, and I did have sunscreen on, but you sweat it off. This room is really cool. I mean, I'm going to show you some of the artwork in here and the bed, and I've got a shower up here, a full bath. I've got a sink in my room, soap, towels. I mean, this is living. I mean, it was worth the money. So I got a giant smoothie, quart-size smoothie, and I got my room, and I got dinner for $75. And you know, it's an experience, and I'm gonna partake of it and enjoy it. So yeah, welcome to Hole Hostel. I even have my own robe. No turn down service, but I'm not complaining. Really nice artwork. Check out this bed. So I'm gonna go downstairs and film a little bit, and then I'm gonna get a shower, and then I'm gonna get ready for dinner. So cheers. Delicious. Hey folks, it's Spielberg. We gotta stop meeting like this.
I know, right? People are gonna talk.
And oh yes, they offer yoga classes here. Check this out.
Left side body opens. Allow that left hip to really fully release to the earth. And really stretch that left side with that left hip on the earth. Then become like a tree in the wind blowing back and forth.
Hey everybody, Highlander58 again. Well, I've had a shower. I'm clean. I had another smoothie. Those are made of organic bananas, organic strawberries, raw milk, and homemade ice cream. And they are to die for. I had 2 quarts sizes, and I'm still hungry for dinner. I believe everything here that we eat, they grew. So if you want to get back to that, you know, Mother Earth organic, which I do, option, this is the place. So I'm going to check back in around dinner time and show you what's going on. Right now I'm going to go say hi to a few people I have met along the way, see how they're doing and how their hikes are progressing, and I'll get back with you very soon. Good morning everyone, Highlander58 on the AT. Nomad's right behind me today. He's doing better. And Riser's somewhere up ahead, blazing the trail before us. We just left Hole Hostel about an hour and a half ago, and we're heading down toward the area of Pearisburg. Had a wonderful time at Woods Hole. Great breakfast this morning. Organically grown coffee from fresh ground, farm eggs, sausage, rhubarb, I think it was rhubarb or cherry cobbler, homemade bread, orange juice. Yeah, definitely filled me up. Gave me the calories and the carbs that we need this morning to hike. If you really want to experience a hostel at its best, and you need to go to the historic Woods Hole Hostel. These two people, Neville and Michael, young couple that have been running this place for several years, they're amazing at what they do. I actually looked for extra farm hands around there and saw none, but they do have a work for stay program. If you have a skill and you want to help out, you don't have to have a particular skill, but if you can help in the kitchen or you have a trade or something that they can use, you can stay for free in exchange for a little bit of work. Pika, who's been kind of hiking a little bit with us the last few days, young gal from Winston-Salem, she decided to stay for a week, let her knees rest up and do a little slack packing with some friends that have come in. And Cricket, a young man that I met way back from Louisiana, he stayed this week, and they served dinner, they cleaned the kitchen, they basically just waited on us. It's a very clean hostel, very organic hostel, and I would highly recommend staying there to anyone who wants to get back to that, like I said, that Mother Earth, natural kind of thing, organic kind of thing. They don't accept reservations, but you can call ahead to make sure there's space. It's not that big. I hear they're adding on, but you're talking 16 bunks, some floor space. They have a tent area about half a mile up the road, I think. Have a couple of private rooms. So call ahead, make sure they have space available. Hey everybody, Highlander58 on the AT, with Riser in front of me and Nomad behind me. We've arrived in Pearisburg. That's P-E-A-R, not P-A-R-I-S. Pearisburg, like the fruit. Virginia, Pearisburg, Virginia. Someone told me their industry here is making cigarette filters. But we are in Virginia tobacco country, so it makes sense. We're gonna go to the Dairy Queen and figure out what we're gonna do tomorrow. We're probably gonna get either a hostel here, or the church hostel, or get a hotel room tonight. hiked about just under 14 miles today, and want to just take it easy because we've got to plan our route and our miles into Daleville by next Friday. So we'll be doing that. Give ourselves a chance to rest up a little bit more and hit the trail tomorrow morning early.